10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. More like Black Phone 2 -1. The hunt for Ben Solo continues. Del Toro owes money to the swear jar. Stranger Things worried about getting thrones. And does SNL finally get it again? All of that and so much more on News Dinner. Hey, big dog.
What up, my man?
Wow. Should we tell the people right now?
Yeah, why not? We'll lead
Is this
off with
the
it.
anniversary? We didn't keep track of the first time. We're pretty sure 10 years ago, sometime around today,
Yeah.
we recorded our first episode of Mac and Goo.
We recorded it right before Halloween and right after the NLCS.
No.
So-
That was episode 2.
Oh, all right.
Episode 2 was the NLCS Cubs Mets talk.
What was episode 1?
I don't know.
It's
You
lost
don't remember
forever.
things from 3 minutes ago, and
Yeah.
you want me from 10 years ago, even though I just gave you a very specific thing from episode 2.
Yeah, 10 years of Mac and Goo. Our lives have changed drastically in 10 years.
Yeah.
More so you than I. I mean, I'm a better version of what I
It's
was.
dawning
10 years
on me
ago.
now that in the last 10 years, nothing has happened, and I'm soul-crushing revelation.
This has been an absolute blast
Yeah.
to work on and develop over the years. We started as two Boston sports fan idiots who, after a few months recording together, realized we both had a passion for movies and television. Very similar upbringings along the lines of that too, and we took our sports fan passion and rolled it into whatever the fuck this is today.
Right, and I would say, first off, you want to get in on the ground floor right now before we truly take off.
The next 10 years, who knows?
Who knows what's going to happen the next 10 years? I do owe, first off, thank you to everyone who has ever listened to a second of this show, and we owe you an apology.
Yes.
Also, because of this show, I mean, we have a lot of fun doing it, but because of this show, I have gotten other opportunities, so I do appreciate you guys giving me this platform to develop, what I'm trying to do off this show and further my career elsewhere.
Yeah, you've been able to workshop all sorts of things on
Yes.
Mac and Goo, for better or worse.
But once again, thank you. Really, the viewer and the listener, had a great time. And I really enjoy doing this.
Yeah, it's a fun hobby.
That's the
for
reason
sure.
why we do it. Otherwise, all the millions that we make is worthless.
And to celebrate this 10-year anniversary, Goo and I are both going to try to eat a 2-pound taco.
I mean, I'm going to eat my 2-pound taco and probably most of my wife's.
I've told a couple people about this.
Yeah. We're going to margaritas. It's Taco-tober.
October.
It's Taco-tober. That's what it's called. That's what the event is called.
So is there like rice and fixings on the side we also got to eat, or it's just the taco?
I don't really know what it is. All I know is that I'm going to go CPC style. So
What does that mean?
Clean Plate Club. Whatever's on the plate, I'm going to suck it up like a vacuum.
I was going to try to sing that to Pink Pony Club, but I don't have it in me.
Clean Plate Club.
I'm going to
Keep on
the
eating.
tacos
No,
at the-
eating at the Clean Plate Club. Yeah, it's beef, pork, chicken, bacon.
Ooh.
Lots of
All
other
right.
stuff on there. But
All right.
yes,
I'm
we'll
very
be
excited.
at Margaritas doing that.
We're going to Waltham?
Yeah. I'm also doing it as a story for work. That's the reason why I'm going. You're just going to have a feast.
Yeah.
And, economics 101, got to spend money to make money. You eat this taco, you get free tacos for a year.
The best is, I didn't really consider this when I agreed to go do this with you. I have a blood test at 7:50 in the morning. That they're probably, I can only imagine what my cholesterol is going to be after eating a 2-pound taco.
Oh, my Lord, your blood is sour cream. I've recently gotten back into sour cream.
Love sour cream.
Sour cream is the best.
Why'd you get out of sour cream?
I stopped eating sour cream. It's obviously not good for you. I stopped eating it for a very long time. And then I just got a little taste of it. I can't stop now.
So basically these days as a chef, I'm one who cooks. I try to turn everything into a taco or a burrito. And in doing so, I add sour cream and free shavakadu to pretty much everything.
What a life we live. 10 years of Mac and Goo.
Mm-hmm.
News dump. News dump.
Stamp it.
We've gotten so good over these last 10 years. We've only been doing news dump for like 7, so it's fine. Matt, can I get a report card from, I think episode 529 is our last episode. It was the Smashing Machine, Leonardo DiCaprio, Tears, and Roofman. Not Roofman. Was it Roofman? Roofman.
Yeah, Roofman.
Drew Struzan, top 10. Kelly Clarkson. You know a lot of songs.
I'll go solid B. Solid B on it. Wasn't our best work, but solid.
Because we had no expertise, which, by the way, no expertise in any of the episodes, because we had no true topic, we tried to jam as much shit in there as possible, and I think that really helped distract you from the fact that it wasn't that good.
Yeah. I mean, I baseline here, I think I'm going to be an easy grader. I don't know if I'm going to give anything. It's either going to be all B's, maybe an A, and then an F. There's going to be no in between.
I think the Struzan stuff, pretty much anything that I do, the Struzan stuff is great. I am disappointed in myself once again in the Tears. I had a clear Mario Maker moment where I should have added a tier for Critters 3 that was just Critters 3.
Yeah,
it should have been off on its own, and I fucked it up.
Hey, you're always learning. 10 years in, you're always getting better.
Think about where we're going to be in 10 years. News dip. Mac, I went into my childhood closet the other day as I was looking for my old Game Boy for my son.
You had to first get rid of about 85 crusty socks.
Come on. That's not what this podcast is. Don't be crass. And I went through 3 giant Tupperware tubs of old baseball, football, hockey, and basketball cards, also looking possibly for some Pokemon cards to scam you on. And I realized that there's a lot of wasted money in there.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how large my collection ever got as a kid. I had an awful lot of baseball cards, and then I had a lot of hand-me-down hockey cards from my father.
Yeah.
And I don't remember having anything really, really great. I did remember, so 2000, 2001, we were 12. That was Ichiro and Albert Pujols' rookie years.
Mm-hmm.
I remember getting really cool rookies of both. And then I also had, like, my holy grail was this, like, clear prism Chipper Jones card that had to have been the most expensive card I owned. It was super cool. I found it on eBay like a year ago. I think it's worth like $100, $120 bucks.
That's
now.
not bad.
Yeah. But I didn't have anything truly, truly great. In part because I was, a kid, and also, there was the market was flush with cards.
We grew up in the era from 1980 until I think like 2015 when they really started to focus in on stuff where like all the stuff that we had, unless we had like the true, like the best of the best, it's all worthless.
Garbage. Yeah. Absolute garbage.
Like I showed it to you. It was first off, the collective, the protectors that I had were dynamite. I had like the screw protectors.
Yeah.
And I showed Mac, it was a 2-card protector of what I thought looked like great cards. It was Pedro Martinez and Nomar Garciaparra. I go on eBay, combined, like $550. I think the case is worth more.
Yeah, probably.
I did find my PSP, though. You said I could probably get like $50 for that.
Yeah, if it's working, I think you can get like $60 to $70 for that thing.
That can pay 1/10 of my heat bill. I'm really excited about that. The winter is coming up, guys.
Yes, the winter is kind of here overnight.
Oh, I'm going to shrinky dink my windows this year. How do you feel about that?
I did. In my old apartment, I had the casement windows, the crank ones. So I had to do that to pretty much all of them because the seals just aren't good on that.
How easy is it?
It's pretty easy.
Okay.
Yeah, especially if Dana's helping you. If it's a 2-man job, it's pretty easy. You live in an old home. You have probably also not great seals around the windows, so it'll help.
The walls, too. Should I shrinky dink the walls?
Why is Goo wallpapering his walls?
Yeah, so everything that I collected for roughly 20 years, worthless.
Yeah.
It was also crazy what I thought would be valuable. I found a hard-cased Brian Daubach, like 1999. I don't know why I was doing that, but...
to that point, here's a good idea that you should do with Rafi. When Rafi's like 8 or 10 years old, Have him put stuff into a time capsule that he think is going to be valuable in like 20 years.
And then just see what happens.
Yeah.
I could do that myself, and it's all going to be garbage.
This stuff will be more valuable.
News dump. Oh, now it's the time of the show where Goo does trivia that Goo finds interesting. Mac, the actor Peter Boyle, known for playing young Frankenstein, and Frank Barone from Everybody Loves Raymond. Let me ask you this about Peter Boyle. Who in 1977 was the best man at his wedding?
All right. Gene Wilder.
I'll give you one more guess.
Gene Hackman.
2 Genes, 1 cup, 0 points. The answer is John Lennon.
Wow. How the fuck did Peter Boyle get close with John Lennon?
His wife was friends with Yoko Ono, and they got married at last second, and they were available, so they stepped in, and they were friendly enough. John Lennon was Peter Boyle's best man.
Wow, how about that?
And that was trivia that Goo found interesting over the weekend. News dump.
Now here's a question for
Yeah.
you, Goo. Who did Peter Boyle marry?
Oh, I didn't. That wasn't important.
Because I'm curious as to who would choose to be friends with Yoko Ono.
She seems like a lovely woman.
Does she?
I don't know. But also,
What's the song where she's just screaming in the back?
I mean, that's all of her songs. I do like his Christmas song, Happy Christmas.
Love that fucking song.
Which is also, isn't
So
it like a
this is
super depressing
Christmas.
song about how like all of what you want is fucking worthless and bullshit?
I don't know. It says Christmas in it, so people like it.
I feel like all of his solo songs is just like, you're a fucking
War
idiot.
is over. I used to think, Goo.
Yep.
Now I think there's an argument for McCartney. I thought for sure Lennon was what made the Beatles go. And you know what? Here's an apropos comparison here.
Yeah.
To me, Lennon was the heart and soul of the Beatles, right? And McCartney was like the driving force, the engine that kind of put it all together.
Yeah.
Remedied the parts. And that's not unlike this podcast.
I was just going to say that. Let's put it into terms that our listeners would understand. I am the John Lennon. I am here throwing all sorts of shit up against the wall, and you're saying, let's pull it back a little bit.
I am Paul McCartney, and you are John.
You got to land this. You've got to land this.
Yoku Ono.
There
Yoku
we go.
Ono.
I'm also Ringo Starr because of my large nose.
Ringo Starr.
Do you want to be George Harrison too? We can each be 2 Beatles.
Listen, George Harrison in another timeline was just as popular as John Lennon or Paul McCartney. I don't know. If he'd got in there earlier, maybe he would have been an equal part. George Harrison's solo debut album is fantastic.
So for our 10-year anniversary, I would like for all of our listeners to draw a picture of the Beatles, but with our faces on their faces. Goo is Lennon and Ringo. Mac is McCarthy and George Harrison. What did I say?
I saw Paul McCartney at Fenway about 15 years ago, maybe 14 years ago, 16 years ago. He was great. Goo. He still plays every once in a while. I don't know how he does it, but very talented.
I saw this really famous all-time musician a couple of years ago. He was good.
Well, I mean, he was like 77 when I saw him, and now he's like fucking
that's the
90
age that we
years
think he is. He is the second McCartney, so he could be 20 years younger for all we know.
Also, Wings, great band.
I'm not that into Wings.
No?
No. News dump. What was the topic there? Is this Mac had a
different?
Mac had a Beatles revelation?
Peter Boyle.
All right, here we go, Mac. Weekend box office. Black Phone 2 takes number 1 at $26.5 million, 42 worldwide. Tron Ares, 66.5 drop-off percentage in its second week, 11 million. It is now at 102 worldwide. Deadline has the production budget of this movie at $220 million and the marketing at $102.5 million. So it is expected that Disney will lose on Tron Ares, the Jared Leto-led Tron film. They will lose $132.7 million. An anonymous top talent agent on Tron Ares flopping at the box office. He said, you could have had Ryan Gosling. It was not going to work. No one asked for this. If you say Tron Ares is good, we just needed a different actor, you're deluding yourself.
I see both sides of this.
That's via THR.
Number one, a 15-year sequel to a 25-year sequel is destined to fail. There really truly was no one asking for this. Second to that, though, is a 15-year sequel to a 25-year sequel being led by Jared Leto is going to turn a lot of people off. He's got to be one of the most, if not the most divisive movie star in the industry.
Yeah.
So if there was anyone on the border and they see Jared Leto, okay, probably not going to see it. If you do have Ryan Gosling in there, there is a chance it gets a little
Fall
bit of a
Guy
boost.
didn't make any money.
But to that point, Fall Guy didn't, and one of the best movies
How did
of
Blade
all
Runner
time.
2049 do?
I was just going to say, one of the greatest movies of all time, Blade Runner 2049, didn't do great at the box office.
Okay.
So, yeah, I just don't think this was ever really going to get off the ground. Now, could it have made more? Could it have made his money back? Maybe. I just also, like the one that came out 15 years ago, Tron, what was it, Legacy?
Legacy.
That movie was pretty solid. I enjoyed it to certain degrees. But, again, no one was clamoring for a sequel to that.
Yeah.
Never mind 15 years later. So I don't know how they talked Disney into providing $300 million for this movie.
I saw an interesting idea from the Weekly Planet, Mr. Sunday Movie, that what they should have done, and not that this would have made money either, but instead of going, because first off, if you're going to see this movie, you have to like the color red. That's number one.
Yeah.
But what they should have done is they should have had all of the graphics, everything in it, should have looked like it had looked in the 1980s. And that might have drawn in a nostalgic crowd.
Yep, I get that. I see that.
All right, Good Fortune made $6.2 million, 6.2 worldwide as well. This is the Aziz Ansari written, directed, and starring comedy vehicle, also starring Keanu Reeves. I do want to see this.
Seth Rogen.
Big
time budget on that movie as well. Also not going to make a lot of money.
No. Oba! $4 million over the weekend, down 41% in week 4, 162 worldwide as its total. And Roofman, just under $4 million, down 54% in its second week, 17 million total worldwide.
Yeah, I reviewed Roofman briefly last week. I think it's a movie worth seeing, but not necessarily one you need to see in the theaters. But I'm sure it'll be streaming relatively quickly, considering it's not making much money.
And then you have an interesting note here that I didn't even think about.
Yeah, the Springsteen biopic is opening this week in theaters. Jeremy Allen White is playing Springsteen. It's in and around the times of him creating the album Nebraska, which I think is his worst album. But I'm not a huge Springsteen guy. I'm not going to see this in theaters. This has all the makings of being like the Bob Dylan movie 2.0. Central, great performance, everything around it, no one really cares about. And that's what I'm hearing from the one review I read. I'm hearing it's pretty disappointing, and it doesn't really capture Springsteen's essence. Springsteen is a thing. A lot of people love Springsteen. He's been touring for fucking 50 straight years. So I don't know. If you like Springsteen, maybe go catch it in the theaters, but it doesn't sound like you're missing much.
If we were like 5 years older, I bet we'd like Springsteen.
Yeah. Yes.
News up. George Lucas was asked if he had moved on from Star Wars. This is via maybe THR. Sorry, I forget who said this, but either way, he was asked if he had moved on from Star Wars. He said Disney took it over and they gave it their version. That's what happens. Of course, I've moved past it. I mean, I've got a life.
I mean, that's a fucking humble brag from George Lucas. Does he have a life? Does he have a life?
Oh, he's building a museum.
I mean, on Skywalker Ranch, right? So
he's building a Star Wars museum?
Like, come on. He has not moved on from Star Wars. If we know anything about George Lucas, he's thinking about a way to tinker with stuff he's already made.
I'm telling you right now, he's going to take over Star Wars eventually. Give it a little more time.
Do you think, Like, what story do you think George Lucas has left to tell? What do you think he's
This is
considering?
gonna be a Chaim Saban situation when he sold Power Rangers to Disney for like $40 million. It didn't do that well, and then he bought it back for like $5,000. And now he's swimming in Power Rangers merch.
Yeah. I mean, I stupidly am always cautiously optimistic about Star Wars. And the next thing we're gonna get to, Gil, I was like, motherfuck, that sounded like it could have been great.
News up. Adam Driver says that he was developing a new Star Wars movie, The Hunt for Ben Solo, with Steven Soderbergh. Spodapop.
I love Steven Soderbergh, one of my favorite directors. Adam Driver is awesome. He apparently spent a couple of years developing this movie, this script. I do agree with the note from Disney that they don't really understand how Ben Solo was still alive. But you could also
brought
just
back Palpatine.
Yeah, and you could also just ignore the 3 movies that everyone didn't really like. So I don't know. But
you could have Poe Dameron show up and just say, somehow Ben Solo lived.
And if you'll remember, Driver and Soderbergh worked together on, what was the movie with Daniel Craig?
James Bond.
No. The heist movie with Driver, Daniel Craig.
James Bond movies are
Channing
heist movies.
Tatum. The fuck was the name of that movie? That movie was fucking
Lucky
awesome.
17 or something.
It was
something Lucky. It was Logan Lucky.
Logan Lucky. That movie's fucking great. So obviously they have a working relationship. It would have been cool to see what Soderbergh could have done in the Star Wars universe.
News dump. Speaking of the Star Wars universe, Lawrence Fishburne said that he does not want to be in it, but he's a huge fan.
That's maybe the smartest thing.
Hey, Matt, can I ask you a question? Do you want to be in the Star Wars universe?
I mean, yes, because I'm not all.
Can you ask me?
Okay, Goo, would you like to be in the Star Wars universe?
Yeah.
All right. This reminds me of a conversation I had with one of my professors in college, Goo, political scientist L. Peter Schultz. He stated that if anyone...
The guy who wrote the Peanuts comic strips?
He stated, and he set everyone up for this. This is one of the first classes I ever had. It was for all freshmen and sophomores. He goes, all right, raise your hand if you would want to be president. And like 6 people raised their hand out of like maybe 30. And he basically called those 6 people fucking idiots. He's like, if you want to be a president, you're a fucking idiot. Like, that should not be the goal of politics or anything like that.
So poly-charged right now.
So it's sort of the same here, right? Star Wars is so divisive, and there's just a built-in percentage of hate from the fandom that you're kind of dumb if you're a big star and you want to be in Star Wars. But watching from afar, perfect.
I do like how he says, I'm in the middle of Rebels right now.
Rebels is great.
Yeah,
Rebels.
So it's not like, oh, I'm just watching Andor. It's like, no, I'm watching Rebels right now.
Rebels, superior to Clone Wars, in my opinion.
Wow.
Goose still hasn't watched it. That's what you should get on. You know what? Rafi's probably around the age where he might be able to take in these Star Wars animated stuff.
You know what I have to watch? Gen V.
Yes.
I think about it every so often. I'm like, oh, shit, is the season over?
We have 1 episode left, and
oh my God.
It's very good. It's
very
good.
I saw a bunch of stuff yesterday. I'm like, oh no, did I miss the season? Apparently, there's still one. I have to get on it. I got to get on it.
Yes, you do.
News dump. Timothée Chalamet posted a photo from the set of Dune 3, and he wrote a little caption on the photo. I believe it was some kind of an Instagram story or something, and he wrote, Dune loading, but he spelled Dune, D-U-N 3.
This is right up Goo's alley. Any chance you have to put a number into a word, you got to do it.
He gets it. He gets it. And granted, I'm kind of pissed that we didn't win this award, but I forget who gave it to him. But Timothée Chalamet was named the White Boy of the Year. I don't know how we were overlooked.
Did Antonio Brown give it to him?
No, it was, it might have been Anthony Edwards.
Oh, I think it was Anthony Edwards.
Okay,
yeah.
so, and Chalamet wrote like a paragraph thanking everybody for it. Chalamet gets it, man.
I mean, think about it. You know, incredible actor, wide range on him. And he's dating Kylie Jenner.
And he can pick college basketball, football games. He likes basketball.
Yeah. Goo, give me your Mount Rushmore of Jenner Kardashians, quick.
Kim.
Okay, that's one.
Courtney.
That's two.
Kylie.
That's three.
I know who Chloe is, and Chloe does look better now, but she had a lot of surgery to make her look
Chloe
like
looked
her
better
sisters.
like 8 years ago.
What's the other one's name?
I'm not telling you.
Because the other one is decent, right? I saw some photos of the mom who's at the age of 69. Nice. And she has had some work done. She looks younger than her daughters.
Do you want to put the mom in there?
I don't know the other one's name. Did I say Kylie?
You already said Kylie.
No.
Who's the fourth, Goo?
I don't know.
You got to pick one.
I guess the mom. I can't think of the other one's
All right,
name.
Chris. You're putting Chris in there.
Chris, I guess.
I would do Kim and Courtney. Kylie, he got 3 right. And Kendall, I would put in there.
Kendall.
Yeah.
Like Jason Kendall.
Yes, exactly.
That's
like
you should have said Pirates Catcher.
Soft-hitting Pirates Catcher.
You should have
Jason
said
Kendall.
Pirates
I think he made
Catcher.
an all-star team for the A's as well.
You should have said Pirates Catcher, no batting gloves, choked up on bat. And I would have said Kendall.
Yeah, I think those are the 4. Chloe at one point had an argument. Chris had an argument maybe 20 years ago, but those are the 4.
News that. We forgot to mention this last week. We got a little tease for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, not Turtles, Chrome Alone 2, Lost in New Jersey, and this looks very, very fun. It'll be a short that plays before the SpongeBob movie on December 19th. They'll be going to New Jersey to stop a toy company from making money off of their likeness with bootleg figures.
And it's set in the universe that the movie, what's the name of the movie that came out 2 years ago?
It's in the Mutant Mayhem universe.
Mutant Mayhem. It's set in that. It's canon in that
and also,
universe, so
the
that's
animation matches the movie, not the animated shows. I couldn't get into the shows because the animation, and I'll forgive a lot of animation. It didn't help it.
Yeah, I get that. I mean,
they also split the turts up. I didn't like that.
Part of what made the movie so unique was that animation.
Yeah, but I'm going to check this out. I'm excited about it. They've already put out figures for it. They have the bootleg figures that go with each turtle. That's kind of exciting. The Michelangelo one is like a squished head. Yeah. Also, Leonardo. Who taught Leo how to dress? He's got like this nice duster on. He's got a scarf. It is interesting seeing. I let my son dress himself, and I feel like it's very similar.
Now, have you ever been a scarf guy?
I tried, and I
can't do it. I feel like I'm getting strangled.
I just think that I look pretentious.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that too. I have a friend that can really pull off a scarf, and I'm jealous. I can't do it.
It is always funny. So my wife will dress my son, and I let him dress himself, and you can always tell who's in charge.
I also think when it comes to scarves, you're kind of locked into like a pea coat or like a specific upper.
A nice pea
coat. I don't know if I necessarily want to wear that, you know?
I haven't worn a pea coat in a while.
Yeah. I don't think anyone has in about 15 years.
That makes good sense.
Yeah.
News up. Let's see here. At an event for his new Frankenstein movie, I think it was for this. Either way, he was answering questions on a stage. He thanked the crowd for coming out. And then Guillermo del Toro, while saying goodbye, yelled, "Fuck AI." And I hope he didn't mean Allen Iverson.
It's a good chant because it rhymes. Goodbye, fuck AI. Goodbye,
oh my God. Nothing gets me going like a good chant.
Love a chant.
Yeah. That's all we got.
That's it.
I guess it's the only rule that I have for my son while watching YouTube. I'm like, no AI slop. You can watch literally anything else.
Do you think it especially eats at Del Toro knowing that he uses a lot of practical effects, mostly practical effects in his shit?
Well, yeah, and that's how I feel. I'm like, look, if you want to give someone views, don't give this person who spent no time making this video, just plugged a couple things into like a computer and then they shot out this piece of garbage. Yeah. Don't let them make money off of this. Find someone that put a lot of work into what they made, and if they get views, they get likes, and they make a little money off it. That's way better. Don't he loves this video of it's a baby who falls out of a plane, and I'm like, come on, bud, you gotta stop watching this baby falling out of a plane. He's obsessed with it.
Sorry, I took a sip of my coffee while he told me that. I almost spit it out. I don't really understand the premise. I don't get it.
I don't really get it either. I've seen it like 50 times. News dump. Finn Wolfhard said the Stranger Things team is worried that the final season would get backlash, or they were worried that the final season would get backlash like Game of Thrones because it got torn to shreds.
I'm curious. Now, he does go on to clarify, like, once they read the scripts, they knew they had something special. We did see, not a lot, but some of the Thrones actors come out after the final season and be like, yeah, we kind of knew this was going to happen. Even when we were making this, we didn't feel great about it. I mean, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Thrones rushed their final couple seasons out.
That's because they wanted to make a Star Wars.
Got ahead with the books, yeah. Stranger Things did the opposite. They've taken 37 vacations in between every season, and I'm not happy about that either. You know, I mean, if they land the plane, great. But we're fucking 11 years into Stranger Things, right? What did it start, 15?
How old were the kids in the first season?
That's what I'm saying. You know?
There's been more time between the start.
Like high school aged.
That's crazy.
Millie Bobby Brown's married with like 35 kids with Bon Jovi's son.
I think she only has one kid, and it's adopted.
Yeah, still, why you gotta draw a line like that?
Because I'm not saying that she conceived and then had the baby. That's what I'm saying. She has a 3-year-old. I'm saying like she didn't have it 4 years ago.
11 has a child.
11 has a child. We agree on this. Also, the Duffer Brothers, because Joseph Quinn, the actor who plays Eddie, has kind of been teasing a return of Eddie, but the Duffers have said, no, he's dead. Stop. He's buried.
What he should do is live stream watch parties dressed as Eddie for each episode.
I'm kind of over Joseph Quinn.
Joseph Quinn in Gladiator 2 was not great.
Don't get me wrong. When you're hot, make the money you can.
Joseph Quinn in Warfare, tremendous. You still haven't seen that either.
All right.
You still haven't seen that. Yeah.
Flame on. News up. The retired Jim Carrey is reportedly in talks to star in a live-action Jetsons movie. This would be directed by Colin Trevorrow.
Number one, didn't know Jim Carrey was retired. Missed that announcement. Number two, I like the Jetsons. Is a Jetsons movie gonna be good?
Jetsons or Flintstones? Hurry up.
Flintstones.
That's It's easy. If you had said Jetsons, podcast over.
So he's going to play George Jetson, presumably?
Oh, let me ask you this. I know that you used to have a thing for
redheads.
Where are the
Jetsons?
Wilma or Jane? Wait, Jane is the wife?
Jane's the wife.
Okay, yes.
That's a hard one.
Wow.
I think I want to say Jane, and I don't feel great about it.
You know what the issue is? That Wilma is constantly compared to Betty. And Betty was famously played by Rosie O'Donnell, who we all know you got a little thing for.
The Betty character right there. Yeah, I think I'm leaning Jane, Goo.
Rick Moranis, he tore that casting to shreds.
It's like a 51%, 49%. Like Wilma's pretty good. Pretty good. I'll go Jane.
I mean, it's set in the year 2060, so give me Rosie the robot. I don't know what's happening back there.
Sure.
But what is Jim Carrey doing?
Yes, great.
I believe George on the show is like 40.
Has he made a movie since the number 23?
Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Or 3. I'm sorry, there's been a third one since.
So
he played two characters. He played two Jim Carreys.
Not retired at all.
He played two Jim Carreys.
Remember when him and Jenny McCarthy were hanging out?
Yeah. She was on an episode of 2.5 Men. Couple episodes, actually. It was a nice little arc.
Like 2 seasons of 2.5 Men.
Was she in 2 seasons of 2.5 Men?
I think she comes back, yeah.
I have watched way too much 2.5 Men in my life. I'm questioning right now, what did I waste more of my life doing? Collecting cards or watching 2.5 Men?
Should we tier Charlie's girlfriends from 2.5 Men?
I bet you Charlie Sheen would come on and do that with us.
He probably would.
Yeah. He needs to be guided in his interviews. Like the interviewee or the interviewer, he's the interviewee. Like whoever's interviewing him, always like really guides him down what the topic is.
What was the brother's name played by John Cryer?
Alan.
I had a sick sickness.
I had a huge crush on Alan.
I had a huge crush on the ex-wife, Alan's ex-wife, because she was the bitch.
Judith.
Judith, big fan.
We're going way too deep.
And then
2.5 Men right now.
she gets with what's his face from
Ryan
Drew Carey
Stiles.
show. Ryan Stiles.
And then he marries the young redhead-ish Candy.
Candy, that's right.
For a couple seasons.
Yep.
He then gets with what's her name from Melrose Place?
Heather Locklear.
No, chairman of the board.
Oh, yes. What
Courtney
is her name? Courtney Thorne-Smith.
Okay, so then she joins the show. And then at some point, Angus T. Young says, no. 2.5 Men bad. I'm out of here. But not before Miley Cyrus comes on and does a guest spot as his girlfriend.
That's right. And that was Miley.
Those are the Ashton Kutcher years, though.
That was Miley when she was having a quarter-life crisis as well.
And that was during Charlie Sheen's 3/4 life crisis. Any other 2.5 Men stuff you want to cover?
I gave that show the old college try with Ashton Kutcher, and it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good.
I mean, credit to John Cryer, man.
Yeah, credit to Lex Luthor.
He just put his head down and worked.
Yes, he did.
He's like, I'm gonna keep on working. I'm gonna milk this cow until it's dry.
What was he? 16 Candles? Was that
16 Candles?
Yeah.
Ducky?
Is that where we saw him?
Was he Ducky?
I don't fucking remember.
I think he was Ducky. He's bald now. You know this.
He's a baldman. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have society.
You have a big pyramid of bald people on your wall. I know this.
Mm-hmm.
Where does he fit on your bald pyramid? Who's at the top?
I think The Rock just really shot close to the top with that performance. So he's.
But is he at the tippy top of the pyramid or like the second rung?
I don't know. I'd have to really think about Baldwin, but John Cryer's probably in the middle tiers.
Can I submit someone for the top?
Sure can.
Mr. Clean.
No, we don't fuck with Mr. Clean. He gives
Mr. Clean's not even on your pyramid?
He gives Balds a bad name.
I don't like your bald pyramid. Larry David might be on there.
Yeah, but he's like not really bald.
But he also like he defends balds more than anybody else.
It's true. He's our defense attorney.
He's your bald guard dog.
I still watch that clip like 3 times a month, him arguing with the cops over the hate crime. This is a look you're cultivating. We don't consider you part of the bald community.
We were talking about? What is this?
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. News dump. Oh, we teased this at the end of last episode. Good thing we got our guesses in at the end of last episode. Because who is the director of Wicked 2?
John M. Chu.
He teased that he had a mind-blowing casting for The Cowardly Lion. So we submitted our ideas. We had our bets. We had pizza pies flying back and forth. I had James Corden. You had Lin-Manuel Miranda. One of the Billy D's had Clark Duke. The other Billy D had Wayne Knight. And none of us are getting pizza because it's going to be Domingo Coleman, who, don't get me wrong, very talented person, but also, like, my mind is in one piece.
Fully intact.
Yeah.
Fully intact. I mean, he's got a bassy voice that I think will work well for a lion.
Don't get me wrong. So, like,
I wanted a rapping lion.
If it had just come out that he was cast as a lion without making it a big thing, I would have been like, all right, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
But by saying it's a mind-blowing casting, I'm sorry, you're getting this musically inclined, amazing actor to be in your movie? My mind is not blown.
I would have liked the lion to be rapping Hamilton style while everyone else was still doing regular stuff.
Oh, you know who would have been great because of their name is Kevin Federline. He could rap.
He got Britney's best years.
And he could have had Ariana's and Cynthia Erivo's, too. Their best movie. It could have been Kevin Federline.
I mean, all they got to do is cast him as a backup dancer, and maybe he could work his way to the top like he did in Britney's
What if there are 2 lions? What if we just suddenly say, well, that one lion who was asleep in the fields in The Wizard of Oz, there's actually a second one? Because the lion that we see in this movie is walking on all 4s. The one that we see in The Wizard of Oz, 2.
Yeah, it's open to interpretation.
Like, what if he just walks on set one day? And he's like, no, I'm actually the Cowardly Lion. That's what he says in the movie, right?
Now that I'm thinking about it, how come in Wizard of Oz they didn't make him walk on all 4s?
Stunts. Stunts weren't invented yet. I feel bad for the first Tin Man. He had to quit because he almost died.
Because of the paint.
Because of the paint.
You got poisoned.
Mm-hmm. If you could be, not if you had to be, if you could be one of those three, the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, or the Cowardly Lion, keep in mind, you kind of look like the Cowardly Lion. Who would you want to be?
I think Scarecrow is the most
Scarecrow
fun.
is the best one. He's got the
That
best
has the most
song.
fun.
I think he has the best look. You could flop around and stuff. I like that idea.
You have a blast on set.
Like, you could act like you had no spine.
Ooh, that's my Scarecrow.
He's afraid of fire. Who isn't? Oh, that's against your. You have to be brave with fire.
Yeah, that'd be the lion.
You'd be the lion. He's cowardly. You have to be the Tin Man.
No, Tin Man's gonna melt.
So they're all afraid of fire?
No, well then the Cowardly Lion becomes brave. You know.
Oh, and you used to be a coward. Now you're brave. The 10 years of Mac and Goo
made me brave.
You built a bravery toward fire.
And you're gonna hear me roar.
Shout out the Wizard of Oz SNES game that I had as a kid. It made no goddamn sense.
What, did you just follow a road?
Well, so the first level, maybe the first two levels, you are Dorothy. Yes, you follow the yellow brick road. You throw rubies out of your wand. You eventually become the Scarecrow. He has a pitchfork. Tin Man, he's got an axe. Cowardly Lion
has tooths.
Musket, maybe. I don't know. But that game was fucking terrible. I had it, though.
Sounds bad.
As a kid, my family loved Wizard of Oz.
Who doesn't?
I think that me and my cousins put on at least 3 plays of the Wizard of Oz. One of them, and you can still see the chalk on the wall at my house right now.
Mm-hmm.
It says Wizard of Oz, but in the 90s. So, like, we updated it.
Took place in the inner city.
Right.
That would be a 90s adaptation of Wizard of Oz.
Nice Wizard of Oz. Which was pretty much just, it was just
All
the
the
Wiz.
Yellow Brick Alley.
No, it was just the Wiz with Michael Jackson. News up. I saw SNL this past weekend, probably the best of the season so far. The Bad Bunny episode is maybe one of its worst of all time.
Oh, really?
It was wildly unfunny. The Amy Poehler episode, disappointed because you expect more out of Amy Poehler. And then I want to say this right now. And this is one of those things where I say to myself, am I old? Am I out of touch? I don't understand Domingo. I don't understand the appeal of this sketch that they have now done 6 times in just over a year.
I thought they've done it 3 times. It's more.
It's done it at least 4 or 5 times.
So it's funny you say this. I mean, we are a fan of the show 25 years ago and 15 years ago. It seems like the social media reception of the show this season and a little bit of last season has been generally positive.
Yeah.
And now they're casting social media comedians, people that have gotten famous on TikTok. And people seem to be liking that.
Who's the Kill Tony guy that they added on there?
Cam Patterson.
He's been in a lot of sketches. He's actually been pretty funny.
He is very funny.
He had a rock in his pocket the first time he was on Weekend Update.
Yes, that was, if you've ever heard that joke on Kill Tony, it was unbelievable. Yeah, I think they're moving in the right direction in terms of broadening their audience or getting a new life for SNL, because I don't know. I feel like SNL 50 years ago, 40 years ago, 30 years ago, was predominantly aimed at our age group, like 30 to 50. And now I don't think
it's all about social media now.
I don't think anyone in our age group is really watching SNL. It's the young crowd.
I think they know that no one's watching it live. So they're saying what sketches will go out there on social media and who's on social media.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what they're gearing toward.
I will say that dying for 5 years before they finally adapted, though.
I will say that one of the sketches, well, first off, I mean, Andy Samberg kind of got them ready for that.
Yeah.
With his Lonely Island stuff.
They didn't run with it, though. They should have been ahead of the curve.
Yeah, it was just his stuff for a while. Yeah. But I will say that one of the sketches, I sent it to you. Early runner for sketch of the year of a girl is surprised on her birthday and she farts. And then for like the rest of the episode or the rest of the sketch, she's pretty much just Tim Robinson.
Are you
that
watching...
was my surprise?
Are you watching The Chair Company?
Oh, I forgot to put it on. Oh, I have it right here. Chairs. Newsed up. Holy shit. So second episode, first episode, hilarious. Second episode, not as funny, but there's a handful of laugh out loud moments. So less chuckles throughout, but there's a handful of times that I just fucking cracked up laughing. And the times that you aren't cracking up, they're taking it so serious that it's kind of funny on itself.
Yeah, he's so deep into this investigation. Like the security guard character that we saw in the first episode coming back in this episode, that killed me. I really like what this show is doing, because you have to consider too, if they're going to give us 8 episodes, they do have to somewhat take a storyline seriously, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's part of it. So it can't all be full, I think you should leave, but the spots of I think you should leave in there are great.
Spoilers, jump out if you don't want to talk about it. The guy who assaults him at the end of the first episode, when he goes at him again in the second episode and Tim just starts screaming, holy shit.
It's just
the haunted house wedding.
The concept of like a 75-year-old dude being able to body Tim Robinson too, it kills me. Like you can't overpower him.
Yeah, it's so funny. I wish it was like an hour earlier on Sundays, but I'm so happy with this.
The shirt manager roping him into that subscription, that was unbelievable.
He really wore this.
There's some white powder on there. Then he instantly gets like 35 text messages from the group chat.
And then his response is like looking down at it. When he runs the yellow light and the girl almost gets killed on the highway and she's just yelling in her car.
And then I love how he just stops and then he slowly starts moving again.
And he has to talk with HR about the upskirt. Which, by the way, one of the jokes in the first episode, you looked up my skirt and it was my birthday. Like that.
The questions the HR woman asks are unbelievable.
I love Chairs.
So good.
News dump. Check us out at the end of the week. Mac, I have an idea. I'll text you off.
Okay. Sounds
Peace
good.
out, Boy Scout.
Hey, folks, if I die as a result of this taco challenge, tweet at Goo to see who wants my rollerblades. You can have them. First tweet.